Hi lovelies, welcome back to my channel. So I'm giving a tutorial on how I made this beautiful two-piece top and wrapper. So guys, I went ahead to fold my fabric into two and I'll be placing my pattern paper on it. I went ahead to draft out a pattern paper and I have a tutorial video on how to draft out a basic pattern paper. The only difference in this pattern paper is that I added enough allowance and the neck wasn't a regular round neck. I gave a UV neck. So I went ahead to cut according to the pattern paper. I decided to do the pattern paper drafting behind the scene because I already have a tutorial video on how to draft a basic body pattern paper. So the neck is a UV neck and it's not really V and it's like a U neck. So you just have to create it and add enough allowance because it's a buba top. So I went ahead to trace according to what I have on the pattern paper. So after tracing it, I cut it out to make sure I get exactly the same shape. And for the shoulder, I use 4 inches for the shoulder. So this is the back pattern, the same thing, it's just a little round neck at the back. And remember, for the shoulder I used 4-inch width. Then for the front I use up to 7-inch depth. Then for the back I use 1.5-inch depth. I hope you understand. So I also went out to place out the pattern paper for the back and I cut it out. I just wanted to make this video very simple and short video because I already have a tutorial on how to draft a basic pattern body. I only added extra allowance because it's a buba top. So just follow the procedure and you get exactly what I did. So after cutting them out, I had to remove the pattern paper and this was how the back was looking like. I also did the same thing for the front and it was actually looking so fine and it was okay. So the next thing I went ahead to do was to use my bias tape to sew round the neck, the front and the back. You see the way the neck is, this is the front, it's like a UV neck. So I'll use my bias tape to sew the neck, front and the back neck. So guys, if this is your first time stopping by my channel, please do to subscribe to this channel, like our videos and drop a comment at the comment section. And if you're a returning subscriber, thank you very much, I really do appreciate. So while I was done showing you guys that, I already went ahead to sew it round with the bias tape. So the next thing I'll be doing is to join the shoulders together, the front and the back shoulders together. It's very easy and it's very simple. So this is me trying to join it and I'll stitch it at the shoulder side. So after stitching it, I'll go ahead and join the side. I'll also stitch the hem of the top, so I'll just do everything together. I'll join the shoulder, the side and also stitch the hem. I'll just fold it inside. This is what I'm doing and that's how I'm going to do it. So I'll go ahead to my sewing machine to make that done. This is a sleeve pattern paper. I also have this tutorial video right on my channel. So I'll just measure the hem and I'll divide by 4. I think I have 6.5 and I'm going to divide the 6.5 by 4 and I'll just mark it into 4. So this is a basic pattern for sleeve. I have a tutorial for this, so you can do also go and watch the tutorial video so you understand how I drafted out this sleeve. So after dividing it into 4, I'll just draw out a straight line. Guys, I'm trying to draft a trumpet sleeve. So this is the pattern I'll use in drafting my trumpet sleeve. So after drawing out the pencil, take note I did not draw it to the end because I'm not going to cut it to the end. I'll just end at that particular place and I'll go ahead and cut the next one and I'll end at that particular place. Okay, let me recap on how I got here. So after drafting out a basic pattern for your sleeve, then you divide the hem, you measure the hem, wherever you get there, you can get 6, you can get 7, divide by 4, then you mark with your tape and rule out a straight line with your pencil, and that is what I did. So this is the outcome and I'll show you how I'm going to place it on the net because I'm going to use a net fabric. This is my net fabric folded into 4 for the 2 hand, and I'm going to place the pattern paper on it and I'll just go ahead and pin it down so it will not shift. just follow this procedure and you definitely get what I did. And it's very easy process of drafting out a trumpet or a bell sleeve hand. So in the middle of the distance between each of them, I gave 3 inches allowance. I gave 3 inches allowance so I can have a wide and a big trumpet sleeve. So I made use of my pin to pin it down. I gave 3-inch allowance at the middle of each. So after pinning it down, I went ahead to cut it out. It was very easy for me. I wasn't stressed with the net because cutting a net fabric can be stressful. I wasn't stressed with the net because I used my pin to hold the fabric to the pattern. So I went ahead to cut it out, and this is basically all I did for the sleeve. I just added extra allowance at the side so I won't be short of fabric while joining it. So I removed the pin, and guys, this is it. This is basically how it came out. It came out so fine. So I was done joining both the shoulder, the side, the hem, and everything. It's just my hand remaining to fixing, and I'll go ahead and fixing the hand to the fabric. But before then, I want to add some design at the end of the hand, that is the hem of the hand. I just felt like adding a design to it, so I took some design from the fabric and I just sewed it to the net. This is very easy. I just sewed it to the hem of the net instead of folding the net into two. This is what I'll use to sew it out. This is how it's going to come out. So I quickly went to my sewing machine to sew it at the both end before I join the net to the top. So guys, this is the wrapper, and I made use of 2 yards. You can decide to make use of 2.5 yards or 2 yards, depending on how big your client is. So I made use of 2 yards, and for the side I added a rope so my client will be able to tie it and to be firm and strong. So the rope, just a little rope at the both side, just add it to your wrapper and it's okay to go. I also went ahead to run the 2 sides of the wrapper so it will look very neat. So this is basically everything about the wrapper. You can decide to use 2.5 or 2 yards. For me, I used 2 yards. So I've gone ahead to join my hand to the top, and it actually came out so fine and it's so neat. So this was what I was trying to tell you, the design I fixed at the hem of the sleeve. So this is how it came out, and this is how it was looking like. So guys, thank you very much for staying with us. We really do appreciate. And for the wrapper, you can decide to slay it anyway, anyhow you want to slay it. And this was how my client slayed a wrapper, and it came out so fine and beautiful. Thank you very much. See you in our next video. Bye.